I started washing and putting away my roommate's favorite mug whenever she used it, and when she caught me, I lied about why. Posted by you/We'reJustRoomies. I, 30M, share an apartment with my friend, 30F, whom I'll call Gwen. Gwen has a lot of mugs, more than will fit in the cupboard all at once. So she rotates them seasonally, she loves swapping them out. I asked why, and she said it's like getting new mugs every couple of months. But there are 2 mugs in her collection that never leave the kitchen. They're rarely in the cupboard because, the second they're washed, she uses them again. We have a dishwasher, but it's broken. Part of our chore division is that we each take care of our own dishes. The thing is, I know she doesn't like doing her dishes, it's a sensory thing, but she insisted that we do our own, and I thought that was pretty fair. I also know that Gwen's absolute favorite is her Spider-Man mug. She's never told me that, but I can tell because the Spider-Man mug always gets picked first when it's clean. I know this because I see it in the sink every day, waiting for her to wash before bed along with her other dishes from the day. Sometimes, her dishes sit for a couple of days before she can force herself to work through the sensory issues and get them done. It never got to the point of smelling bad, and she always apologized for leaving them overnight. I truly didn't mind when that happened. I understand the sensory issues, and I'm proud of her for keeping on top of it as much as she has. Now comes the part I need to get off my chest. The background info was important, I promise. Every time Gwen realizes she can use her Spider-Man mug, she does an adorable happy dance while making her tea in the morning. She doesn't seem to realize she's dancing, or maybe she doesn't realize I've noticed. Either way, it's my favorite part of the day, getting ready for work while she dances happily in the kitchen because she gets to use her Spider-Man mug. It seriously cheers her up, and she's been a lot more positive throughout the day since I started doing this. Gwen caught me washing her dishes last week. I had been doing them for a while, but this was the first time she walked in and found me, bubble-handed, washing her Spider-Man mug. Not gonna lie, I panicked. She thanked me for helping and then asked why I had started doing her dishes too. She even asked if I was annoyed when she left them. That was absolutely not the case, but I couldn't tell her I watch her happy dances, that'd be creepy, right? But it's so cute, and it makes me so happy to see her so happy. If she knew I watched her dance, she'd feel self-conscious and stop. She's pretty shy about things like that, she won't sing in front of anyone, even though singing is one of her favorite things to do. I've caught her singing along to her music before she realizes I'm home more times than she knows. I always pretend not to notice when that happens, she has a really pretty voice. So yeah, I couldn't tell her the real reason I do her dishes, or I'd lose my favorite part of the day. I told her I like to get mine done every night, it's something my mom always told me to do, I was already there, so it wasn't a big deal to do hers too. I said it saves water, and she does a few of the household chores that I hate because she actually enjoys them, so I don't mind doing this one tiny extra chore that she doesn't like. I feel like it was pretty obvious I wasn't telling the whole truth, but I think she believed me, lol. She didn't tell me to stop, and she hasn't brought it up since she caught me. So I still get to see her happy dances when she goes into the kitchen and finds her Spider-Man mug ready for her to start the day. Edit. I just woke up to so many notifications, Jesus Christ, what happened while I was napping? Thank you, everyone, for your responses. I did not expect my habit, which I thought would be seen as weird or creepy, to get so much attention. I'm so glad so many of you got a smile from my post. As you can tell, I like to give people a reason to smile. I hope you all have an awesome day. And to clarify, we are just friends. We're roommates now, but we were friends first. Edit 2. Guys, she found the freaking post. Scatter. No, for real, she commented on this post. She made an account specifically to comment. How? How did this happen, and how did it happen so goddamn fast? I didn't think she was on Reddit. She's always on YouTube watching video games or listening to stories. She used a picture of the mug as the profile pic. I'm panicking. I'll update when I'm brave enough to go out to the kitchen. I can hear her cooking. Update 2 days later. Good morning, you all. A couple of days ago, I made a post at 3 in the morning to confess to doing my roommate's dishes because I secretly love watching her do a happy dance when she sees her favorite mug is clean for her to use again. That post changed our lives, and I'm only being a little dramatic by saying that. I gotta say thanks to everyone who upvoted and commented on my original post. I'm still shook at just how many people read about me and my mug happy best friend. The number of people saying my post made them smile or reminded them of their own friendships or significant others has kept me smiling for days. I'm kind of into making people happy, if that wasn't already obvious, so the fact that so many people had even a moment of positivity because of me has been awesome. When I made that original post, it was because I just wanted to tell someone about the mug dancing, but I knew Gwen wouldn't like it if I told anyone we knew, so I came to Reddit to shout into the void, and oh boy, did the void shout back. There were so many comments asking if I really thought we were just friends, and I'll be honest, when I made that post, we absolutely were just friends. We had never talked about being more than friends, and I was happy being friends because we have an amazing friendship. I hadn't really thought about the possibility of more because dating was always something I planned to do when I had my life together or when I had more money. I never let myself consider what I was missing out on by waiting for the right time. Her finding my post opened up the chance for Gwen and me to talk about things we hadn't before, and over breakfast that morning, we figured out where we stood with each other and what we thought things could look like moving forward, depending on what we both agreed was the best course. We didn't make any solid plans or decisions and didn't want to rush into something that would ruin the good we already had going for us, but I'll admit I was hoping for a specific outcome. There was one comment on that first post that really caught my attention. To paraphrase, they told me to think about how I would feel if someone else got to see Gwen do her happy mug dance instead of me, and it hit me so hard. I didn't mind the idea of someone else seeing her so happy. I just don't know if anyone she dates would notice what I did and decide to do what I did. What if they didn't care or didn't think it was that important, or any of the other things I do to make her laugh or smile? I really didn't like the thought of not being there to make sure she had that extra reason to smile in the morning. Gwen wants me to admit that I'm a sappy moron because I teared up writing this. I'm a sensitive man in touch with my emotions, and you know you love it, so shut it, lol. To all the people saying it's possible for platonic relationships to be like ours, you are absolutely correct. Our friend group is very open with physical and verbal affection, and we help each other all the time with big and small things. We all say I love you to each other, it's just normal communication for us as a group, not just between Gwen and me. Honestly, if I hadn't made my original post, I'm not sure when or if we would have gotten to the point we are now. Maybe we would have continued as we were, and that would have been just as happy of an outcome, just a different one, like a choose-your-own adventure with multiple options for a good resolution. Which brings me to the actual update. Gwen and I agreed we want to try dating. We aren't putting a new label on our relationship yet, but our first date is next week. I'm making it all a surprise. Gwen helped write this post and will be reading the comments, so I can't give any details, but it's going to be the best first date she has ever been on, or I'll eat my candy corn patterned socks. I think she might be the one for me, and I'm going to take every chance I can to make sure she thinks the same about me. You all are the best, and we love you. Do something kind for your loved ones for us, and everyone can and should find something to happy dance about. It makes life more fun.